Here's a little walking trail to take me down to the creek. Sorry if my hand isn't that steady. So, I'm going to continue walking a bit so I can show you this. The river, or the creek, is very dry right now. I hope it would rain a little bit, maybe, to get this back to where it should be. But I'm going to try to walk out on these stones so I can give you a really neat view. And that up there is where I'm staying. So you see the picture window? So when I look out of that, all I see is the water and the rocks. And where I am, there is no cell phone service. Not even a single bar. And it just keeps going and going and going. I'm going to walk over a little bit, because I found something very unusual, especially here. It's that lovely moss and rocks. It just amazes me how things can grow in the middle of like nothingness where they shouldn't be growing, I guess. There we go. I wish I had smell-o-vision right now, okay? I was walking here earlier and I was like, wait, that looks like mint. Sure enough, I pluck some of these and they smell so sweet and delicious. Like, I wish you could smell this right now. I might pluck some of these and like make a tea out of them. But the fact that they're growing in these rocks like this, where there was water, it amazes me. I'm pretty sure that once the water rises again, you know, they won't thrive. But it's just really cool to see them growing in such harsh conditions. But mint is very hardy. Sometimes it can be very invasive, so it makes sense, you know, that it would just randomly appear this way. All I can think about is how much I need this. Careful steps. When I come to places like this, I often think Mother Earth would be just fine all by herself. Like, she doesn't need us at all. Not one bit. Nature does its thing. It takes over. It's its own entity in a sense. It's living, it's breathing. It exists just fine without us interfering in any way. And when we stop interfering, how easily it continues to do its thing and take over. So I think as a human race, we can tend to be a little arrogant, thinking that somehow the world would not survive without us. But indeed, it would, and it would just fine. It's a humbling thought. But I think when you experience places like this, you kind of realize how small you are, how small and insignificant you are. You're just a dot floating on a flower somewhere in this huge universe in some way. Anyway, it makes you feel small, but at the same time, it's enlightening. So I can't help but feel like amazed and at awe and at peace, and feeling that somehow this is maybe how we should be living. Not congested in big cities, not piled upon or on top of each other, not rushing to our 9 to 5 every day. The rat race is not living to me. But I know that we all need to eat, we all need to live, we all need to survive in this physical realm. I get it. But that doesn't make it any easier. It's almost like something you have to do, not something you want to do. And I wish that everybody could live doing what they want to do rather than what they have to do. I think we all deserve sovereignty in that way. To come and go as we please. To be in control of our own concept of time. To not have a care in the world other than just our everyday basic needs. So food, clothing, shelter. In a simple world, that's how we would all live and be happy living that way. But the world kind of makes us think that we need all of these things. And we don't. That does not make a happy life. Things, they just collect. You can't take them with you, in other words. So just my thoughts. Places like this make me very pensive and make me realize what's important. What's important is you being a sovereign being, in control of your own life, in control of your own destiny, in control of your own come and go. Not feeling like you're a slave to the system, a slave to the clock, or to the 9 to 5, or a slave to the dollar. When that is your life, and that's 99% of our lives, you don't always feel like you're your own person, that you have a say in your own life. There's always something or someone dictating to you, whether it's, a clock, a bill, a boss, some kind of authority figure. There's always something dictating how we should live, what we should do. That's not always living to me. I don't see it as living. The freedom to do what you want, say what you want, live how you want, without it being questioned. That's freedom. So that's my little nature rant, guys. Thank you for listening. Hi guys. So I brought my tarot cards, right, to do your reading, because there's a screened-in porch with a really nice table, so I could do the reading from there. So those are your cards. However, I forgot my tripod, so I'm gonna have to try to figure something out. Yeah, sad but true. Not gonna be easy to shuffle and hold a camera at the same time, so I have to try to figure something out, but I'll make it work. So this is my view. I come around the table here. There's the river or creek below. This is the view from the kitchen window. And that's the little table I was telling you about that's outside on the screen porch. There's a fire pit over there. Yeah, pretty cool. And this is the other window view. These are my sleeping puppies. They came with me. It was a long ride. It almost looks like something took a bite out of that. Yeah, might have been hungry. Look at the size of this thing. Holy cow. Look. Seriously. Usually those bright colors aren't good. Yeah. The way that it has those like sprinkles on it makes me think of an amanita. But there was another one that I saw around here that looks a little bit more like one. So I'll show you that in a second. This reminds me of an amanita when the cap shrivels up and kind of turns inside out. If you're familiar with an Amanita muscaria, that's the mushroom from Mario Brothers, the red with the white speckle spots. Yeah, there's a long history with this mushroom. It's the reason why Santa Claus wears red and white, and many other things. There's some French frescoes that show Adam and Eve with the amanita in between them, which some people believe it's a hallucinogenic or psychedelic that would help you find God. And there's another one with speckles on it. Definitely reminds me of an amanita. They do come in different colors, like yellow and red. So that definitely looks like one. Just a disclaimer, because I forgot to mention it when I was showing you the mushrooms earlier. This definitely looks like an amanita because they do come in yellow and red. They have toxicity to them. So just be careful if you come across a mushroom and you're not, well educated on them. You don't want to consume anything that could hurt you. Here's another mushroom. Pretty cool. It looks like some kind of bolete, but I don't know. I'm still learning, so definitely educating myself on them. But amanitas, if I go back to this, amanitas, they like to grow near pine trees, and I'm in a location where there's a lot of pines. If you do your research, you'll find out a lot of cool folklore on the amanita. Hello. So last night I couldn't sleep. at all. Like, my mind was running wild with crazy imaginings, with every, like, I guess cabin in the woods horror movie magic, type scenario. And when I was a kid, I was always scared of the woods. So for me, it was like I was feeling those childhood fears rise back up. And they're completely unfounded, of course. Okay, but my mind was getting carried away with me. In addition to that, not in my house, so no matter where I am, the first night sleeping somewhere new is difficult for me. So with that anxiety and, my crazy wild imaginings, I came to realize that this is just fear. This is fear that is, not letting you sleep right now. And I had a little bit of an epiphany. It's like my fears are what hold me back also from enjoying and doing the things that I would most love to do. So your fears really are your worst enemy. They will paralyze you. They will keep you from taking action. They will keep you from doing whatever it is your heart sets out to do. Fear will kill your dreams in that sense. So for me, that's exactly what I feel that I've been allowing fears to do to me, to kill and stunt my dreams. So fear will paralyze you. Fear will kill your dreams if you let it. Okay? If I keep allowing my own personal fears, to get in the way, if I allow the boogeyman or the cuco, like in my culture we would say cuco, if I allow the boogeyman or the cuco to keep making me run away, I'll keep running away instead of chasing after my dreams. I'll run away from my dreams instead of chasing them. Okay? And I feel like that's what I've been doing. I've been holding myself back in that sense. I've been my own worst enemy. And look at me, giving advice and always struggling to take it, or having difficulty applying it to my own life. I'm really, I'm good at giving advice, but damn it, I'm bad at taking it, taking my own advice. So I want to say to any of you who have personal goals, and that's what I'm struggling with right now. Personal goals, dreams, hopes, for your life. Don't let fear kill your dreams. And don't allow fear to make you run away from your dreams rather than going after and chasing them. I've been wanting to start another channel for a long time now. I've had it on my mind. Whenever I do tarot, I talk about metaphysical things, about spiritual things. I throw some things in there about the universe itself. But, in a 25-minute reading, there's only so much that I can say. And I can't get too much in depth or carried away when I'm doing, your readings. But I would love to talk about these topics in depth, go a lot deeper. Maybe it could help someone. That is the whole point. That's why I do tarot, because I feel that maybe it could help someone. And this is why I'm sharing this with you now, because maybe somebody out there needs to hear this. So I'm not just doing it, to help myself understand a little bit more about life, love, and the universe. But if it can help me, then, something as simple as a few minutes of a video can maybe help somebody else. So here I am. This is probably the first video of several to come, but it's a step, it's a start, right? So I can't allow my fears, as unfounded as they are, to get in the way of my own potential. After all, I am a divine being. I am a spark of that divine intelligence. So really, I can set my mind out to do anything that I want to do. It's all a matter of, do you want it bad enough? And are you willing to take the first step? I feel like anything is possible. And I think that there are obstacles. Yes, I'm sure there's a lot of physical circumstances that might get in the way of maybe accomplishing a certain goal that you have for yourself, or a dream or desire or wish being fulfilled. There may be physical circumstances and obstacles that get in the way, but it's only an obstacle if you allow it to be an obstacle, okay? It's only an obstacle if you allow it to be. So the question really is, are you going to allow the circumstances or the what ifs or the little hiccups, okay, to be that obstacle, to be a big enough obstacle or be big enough fear that it keeps you from accomplishing what you set out to do? I think we all have a life purpose. I think, some of us are trying to find it. What is it? Why am I here? The funny thing is, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know how to get there. So, I don't know how to make it happen. I know I'm supposed to be helping people in some way. All right, tarot does that. Tarot allows me to reach people. It allows me to help people. But I feel like there's more. I feel like I should be doing more. So this is me just trying to figure that out. And I so needed this retreat because I felt so much angst trying to, in the last couple of weeks, get my head on straight about it. Because I know what I need to do. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. So then I need guidance. Here I am as a reader giving guidance to others, but yet it's rare that I ever receive guidance. So I'm always seeking guidance from, a divine source. And it has helped me. If I can't find guidance in another soul, or if I don't have that resource, then, I go to a higher place to find it. But I know what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just a matter of doing it, taking the first step, and seeing where it takes me. So I can't let the fear keep me from taking the first step. So I'm glad I couldn't sleep last night. I'm glad I was up most of the night because it gave me my, I guess, Ace of Swords moment, right? Where I'm able to get that clarity and see through the fog and see my truth. So it's a rainy day here, and I'm okay with that. I think it's supposed to rain in the forest. Now, if I was at the beach, I might be a little bit disappointed, but I think the rain is quite suiting to a forest environment. So with that said, I'll leave you for now, and I'll find something else to explore and share. This is very entertaining. It's like Jenga with rocks. Somebody took a bite out of this. Wow. Gorgeous. It's amazing how an animal's stomach can tolerate all the qualities and toxicities of these mushrooms that will make them sick. They can tolerate it. They have the enzymes in their stomach to deal with it, so they end up getting the high without getting sick. Amazing. The weather's so cool today, it feels like fall. What's the matter, girl? Hmm? You've been miserable since we got here. Yeah. You're like a sulky teenager. Mm-hmm. So, I found a synchronicity in this book. I brought this book with me, just for some free reading time, and I'm not reading it in any particular order because it is basically a compilation of different stories. But I came across this one sentence that reminded me of what I was talking about at the creek, where, I wish in a perfect world we could all have the freedom to come and go as we please, to live how we want to be what we want to, without the, I guess, dictation of things and society and rules and all of that. But I'll just read the sentence to you. I think it resonates quite well. It says, "It were better to have no laws at all, and to follow those notions of right and wrong engraven on our hearts by nature, than to subject society to institutions so inhospitable." Let's hope this hike is worth the view. Okay, so my first thought is, looking at this sign, who in the hell owns a mountain? Yeah, I mean, look, guys. Look where I am right now. It is all downhill from here. You want some of this plum? You want some of this? You're strange. You like sour fruit. Thank you, microwave, for reminding me that time is an illusion and it does not exist. I've been many places. Chichen Itza, seen the Colosseum in Rome, the beaches of Miami, but nothing has ever been as magical as this. I never thought I'd find a place where time felt like it stopped and the world just disappeared. This feels like heaven on earth. Nature's carpet. This one wasn't here yesterday. Isn't she a beauty? Fly agaric, also known as Amanita muscaria. So I went a little overboard. Architectural feat, if you ask me. So we have deciduous and coniferous trees side by side, pines and lots of birches. Thank you for allowing me to share this experience with you guys. This channel, I think, is a start, a stepping stone into something else. I want to leave it open for you to ask me questions. If there's any topics you would like for me to discuss, please let me know. It would motivate me and inspire me to bring you more content and videos like this. Now, I can't guarantee that every video is going to be this long. This was a special situation. I, obviously on vacation and have access to all of this beautiful scenery. I can't guarantee, like I said, that that's going to be the case every time, but I will try to make it special. So if you have any topics that you would like me to discuss on life, love, and the universe, spirituality, metaphysical topics, try me. Again, thank you for allowing me to share this experience with you. Much love and blessings to everybody watching.